Good morning, my dear. I hope you all are fine. Going through the videos, notes, and assignment, which is helping you a lot. Students, today I am going to discuss some topics that are related to chapter 2, Internet and Web Services. Okay, so what are the topics? First one, what is a search engine? How search engine works? Working with file transfer protocol, chat, email, and video conferencing. So these all topics will be covered in this class. My first part is search engine. You see here, what is search engine? Actually, search engine is a software that searches a database and gathers and report information that contains or is related to specified terms. Like when you are writing computer application, what happens, my dear, when you use computer application in the search box, it searches this keyword and shows you a lot of links. That means, and how these all links are generated are shown on your web page via the 3 stages. There are 3 stages that are involved to search any topic via search engine. So what are that? The work of search engine is divided into 3 stages. What are the 3 stages? First one is crawling. Next one is indexing, and the last one is the retrieval. So one by one I am going to discuss. Listen, this is very important topic. This one, video conferencing, email, every year questions are coming from these topics. So if you will quit, my dear, in between, you can just have a great loss also, my dear. Now, first one is crawling. You can see on the screen, my dear. You see, when anyone has written any topic to search, as he click on search, what happens? The crawler starts working. It crawls to different website. Okay. Now, first of all, I'm going to discuss what is crawling. Okay. Students, you all know this is the first stage. This is the first step, my dear. Okay. What is crawling? This is the first step in which a search engine uses web crawlers, that is also called as bots, a spider. These are the other names. Yes, to find out the web pages on the World Wide Web. Students, it is designed for crawling, which is a process in which the crawler, or you can say spider, yes, browses the web and stores the information about the web pages that is visited by you in the form of an index. Listen, my dear, the search engine have the web crawlers or spider to perform crawling, and the task of crawler is to visit a web page, read it, and follow the links to other web pages of the site. Only this is the duty of web crawler. You have other 2 parts that I will discuss later on. Each time the crawler visits a web page, it makes a copy of the page and add its URL. Already I discussed what is URL. Okay, it add its URL to the index. After adding the URL, it regularly visit the sites. Yes, like it can be every month. Understood? For updates or changes. So this is, my dear, this is the work of web crawler. Now, the next stage is my indexing. You can see indexing, you can see in the figure. Okay, so what is this? Is the second stage, you can say, or this is the second level, or this one you can say this is the second step. Okay, in this stage, the copies of web pages, yes, that were made by the crawler during crawling are returned to the search engine and stored in a data center. Okay, using these copies, the crawler creates the index of the search engine. Each of the web pages that you see on search engine listing is crawled and added to the index by the web crawler. Your website should be in the index only. Yes, then it will appear in the search engine pages. So another way you can say that the index is just like a huge book which contains a copy of each web page found by crawler. If any web page changes, the crawler updates the book with the new contents. You already, I said, that is monthly. It depends on that. Okay. So the index comprises the URL of different web pages visited by the web crawlers and contains the information collected by the crawler. This information is used by the search engine to provide the relevant answers to users for their queries. If a page is not added to the index, it will not be available to the users. Indexing is a continuous process. Crawler keeps visiting websites to find out new data. Okay, so this is called as indexing. Now, retrieval, you all can see it, my dear. What is a retrieval? See, actually, if all these two stages are performed, then as per that, wait. Yes, students, next level is your retrieval. Okay, already I said, after performing these two stages, your third stage comes, that is called as a retrieval. Okay, so this is my final stage. This is the final stage in which the search engine provides the most useful and relevant answer in a particular order in response to a search query submitted by the user, whatever the topic that was given, yes, by you in the search box. Okay, the search engine uses algorithms to improve the search results so that only genuine information, genuine link could, yes, reach the users. But then also we get some fake links, so you have to be very careful. But especially your top pages, the top links that are shown, that all are the genuine info, having the genuine information. Okay, now my next topic is working with the file transfer protocol. Okay, see students, FTP is commonly used protocol for exchanging files over any network that supports the TCP/IP protocol, such as internet or an intranet. That means it is used in the public network, as well as it is used in your, yes, public network also. That is public as well as the private network. So when I'm talking about the TCP IP, it is a main protocol used for communication over internet and intranet. Now, if I'm saying about the FTP, then there are two computers. You know, whenever you are joining your network, then you will see the two main computers. One that is your own computer, and the other one is your server. So already I have classified the server in the previous class. One is your simple server, another one is the wave server. Wave server is the big server. You know, big companies, they are having their own servers like Flipkart, Amazon, your CBSE, they have their own server. So whenever I am talking about the FTP, then there are two computers that are involved. And so what are that two computers? First one is your FTP server, and the next one is your FTP client. Okay, so these are the two computers that you will see. Now I'm going to discuss what is FTP. Okay, so FTP client. So first of all, I'm talking about the FTP client. What is FTP client? So when I'm talking about the FTP client, that what comes to our mind? That is the user. Okay, so FTP client is a computer that is running FTP client server, FTP client software. An FTP client computer initiates a connection to the server. Once connected, the customer can do a number of file manipulation operations, that is uploading, downloading, renaming, deleting, copying, whatever on the server. Okay, now some of the examples that you are having of your FTP. If I'm talking about the Windows, you are having FileZilla, FileZilla, Code FTP. So these are the FTP softwares. If I'm talking about the Linux, then FileZilla, Fire FTP, and Nautilus. So these are your softwares that works, yes, in your FTP. Okay. Now the next part is chatting. I hope you all are aware of chatting. Chatting is what? Text. That is talk with text, not by mouth. Yes, by typing, yes, your message and send it. But here when I'm talking the chatting, it is instant chatting, like you do in your WhatsApp. Now, what is a chatting? Chatting is one of the popular services of internet. If you want to chat, you need to log on to a server. Okay, like WhatsApp, then you log in. That provides chat facilities. In chatting, you type a message on your screen, which is immediately received by the recipient. Then the recipient can type a message in response to your message, which is received by you instantly. I hope everyone is aware. I think, yes, these only topics can help you a lot to understand, my dear. Okay. Now, the next part is the email. You know, what is email? Email is a widely used tool to send written message between individuals or group of individuals separated by large distances. That means it can be very close or it can be very far, your systems. It doesn't matter. You can be able to send your message, but it is not the chatting. Understood? Email messages are generally sent from and received by mail servers. So, and what is its form? Yes, it is having the username and the host name. That is also called as domain name. And your username and host name both are separated, yes, by @ sign. Okay. Now, the next part, that is advantages of email. You see, why we use email? First, low cost. That means if suppose you want to send your resume, you are going to hunt for a job. Yes, earlier what we were doing, we were writing an application, or we were writing, yes, or we are filling the form and dropping this one to the nearest post office letter box, and then it gets sent. But it takes a week, maybe 4 days, 5 days. But when you have to send your resume to any companies, then you can take a help of email. Directly you can attach your resume, your application, and you can have a message and you can send it to that company's mail ID. Understood? So that your application will be entertained. Understood? There we have to pay. If we are going to have the postal services, yes, that services we want to have, then we have to add the tickets. But here it is totally free, my dear. Speed, it matters a lot. As when you will say, send the mail within fraction of a second, or maybe within a minute, your mail will be received. But it depends on the recipient when he is going to see your mail. And record maintenance, you can have your record also, because there you have inbox that are coming mails, that is whatever the mails that you will receive, that all will be stored in the inbox. Even whichever the mails that I have sent, that record also I will get it in the sent one. Okay, so that's why I have added a term, record maintenance. Now, the next topic is the video conferencing. This is also video conferencing. I'm communicating to how many participants? Yes, I'm in touch with 57 participants via the software. And which software that I'm using to connect with you? That is Zoom. You have Skype. Many other yes, softwares are available, my dear. It depends on the user which type of software he wants to take for, yes, conducting the conferencing, video conferencing. Okay. Now, what is video conferencing? You can see video conferencing is live visual connection between two or more, yes, remote parties. That means very far or very near, it doesn't matter, my dear, over the internet, that simulates a face-to-face meeting. Video conferencing is important because it joins people who would not normally be able to form a face-to-face connection. Okay, so first of all, yes, you have to know about the business world. In the business world, your DTP, laptop, whatever you can say, yes, video conferencing is a core component of unified communication, my dear, applications. And video conferencing services, while cloud-based virtual meeting room services enables organization to deploy video conferencing with minimal infrastructure investment, my dear. Now, the next part, that how your video conferencing works. See, the video conferencing process can be split in two steps: compression and transfer. Listen, my dear, if my video is live to you, it doesn't mean that directly it is live. It is compressed. The video is compressed. Okay, I'm going to say you how it works. Listen, my dear, during compression, the webcam and the microphone captures analog audio visual input. In order for this data to be transferred over a normal network, instead of requiring a network with massive bandwidth, codecs, I will explain what is codecs. Codecs must be used to compress the data into digital packets. This enables the captured audio video input to travel faster over broadband or via internet. Now, here I have used a term codec. So, what is codec? Codec is either you can say this is a software device, or this is a hardware device, or it can be software based process that compresses and decompresses large amount of data used in voice over internet protocol, video conferencing, and streaming video. Like we are having, yes, modem. This has yes, modulation and demodulation same here. Here we have a codec, yes, that is responsible to compress and decompress your large amount of data. Okay, listen, my dear, during the transfer phase, the digitally compressed data is sent over the digital network to the receiving computer. Once it reaches at the destination, at the end point, again the codec decompresses the data. Here at the sender ends it decompresses, but at the receiver ends your codec, what it just decompresses the data. The codec converts it back into analog audio and video. This enables the receiving screen and speaker to correctly view and hear the audio video data, my dear. So this is the phase, this is the story how your video conferencing works, my dear. So what are the applications you can see, my dear? First one is business. It enables top management to quickly and effectively communicate with employees sitting in multiple locations, that is in different locations or different countries, it doesn't matter. Even provide training or conduct interviews without being as physically present over there. Next one, distance learning. You know, many courses you have like BA, MA, like this, MCOM. There you have the distance learning also. It increase efficiency by saving travel time and expenses and maintaining the ability for interaction between teachers and students. So these are the areas of applications. Okay, now I'm going to discuss the advantages and disadvantages. So first one, the advantages, you can see it. First one, save travel cost and travel time. That is, no need to be present over there, physically present over there. Yes, being at the same station, you can conduct everything. what you want to do in offline way, same way you can have, yes, in online way also. Allow conducting meeting with people at different locations across the globe. That means from any corner you can conduct the meeting. It is an excellent way of keeping in touch with the friends and family, even they are in different countries. You are also having the video conferencing with your relatives, yes, via the geo, whatever I. Okay, now next one is the disadvantages of video conferencing. Now, what are the disadvantages? You can see it on the screen, my dear. A very reliable, fast data link is needed to conduct video conference. Listen, my dear, if your net speed is slow, my dear, then what will happen? You will be quit from the meeting itself. You will be disconnected. Or if you are connected, you cannot see the live video. Only you can hear the sound. Okay, next one. If the hardware breaks down for any of the participants, they cannot attend the meeting. If suppose you have problem with your PC, yes, what will happen? You cannot join the meeting. Even with the software you are using, you are connecting, yes, for video conferencing, my dear, if that software gets corrupted, you cannot be able to attend the meeting. So these all are the disadvantages of video conferencing. I hope you have understood this topic. Thank you.